When my daughter Amelie was diagnosed autistic, I wasn't surprised, but it was just a really hard situation of like trying to get the rest of the world to understand. I try and explain it to Amelie that it's just like a different way of your brain working, and it's a different way in which you experience the world. Amelie found it really hard to leave the house. Our world just became really, really small. I started looking at different organisations and charities who provide autism assistance dogs, and then I came across Dogs for Good. I took part in that information call, and it told you lots of information about what an autism assistance dog is. I'd never met like professionals who were supportive before. Dogs for Good have always been accepting of like who she is, and I think that's really special. Amelie got matched quite quickly with Paddy. I was really worried when she first moved in that they wouldn't bond, because when they first visited, Amelie had just hidden away. It was about a couple of hours after she'd moved in, they just laid on the floor together, and I was just like, wow, this is just amazing. Life massively changed when Paddy moved in. It went from Amelie never being able to leave the house to actually then Amelie's at the front door waiting to go. Paddy became like a bridge to actually then help us go out into the world. When Amelie goes to her different home education groups and Paddy goes with her, if she's feeling anxious about something, she will give her a headrest. Before Paddy came, she just couldn't get out of bed. Paddy will now climb on her and wake her up. I'd like to say the biggest achievement is probably being able to go on like days out. There's no way that we would have done that without Paddy. Amelie now loves being who she is because of Paddy.
This is Rhys, my son.
Tell us a little bit about Rhys.
Do it over there. Rhys is 10 and he's got autism and Soto syndrome and ADHD and a few other things. Every family's affected differently when there's somebody with autism within the family. People don't realise that it's always there. You know, we don't ever get a break from it. Things that you'd think would be easy or nice things to do, like going to the park, are not easy for us. Our life revolves around timetables and planning. So we had an awful holiday where he didn't want to leave the cottage. When I came back from that, that's when I met with the Dogs for Good volunteer. I booked onto the family dog workshops. So we chose a pet dog instead of an assistance dog. I wouldn't have wanted a pet dog at the time without Dogs for Good. We could train him to exactly what we wanted to do. Rhys has a lot of anxiety, and one of his biggest anxieties is us leaving the house. He originally didn't want to stay with his carers at home. Now we've got Max, and I say, I'm going out now and you're staying with whoever. And then he says, and Max is staying too, and he seems happier to stay because he's with Max. Max actually seems more in tune with Rhys when he's dysregulated than everyone else actually, so he will go over to Rhys when he's screaming and things and lick his ears. And it's just little bits like that that you think actually we can build on that, and hopefully the future looks better. I would recommend getting a dog if you've got an autistic child. I was very excited when I found out about it, and I'm so glad I did it.